Hello out there and welcome. Debating if I should shut the door to my office here. Didn't do any sort of sound check today. Hang on. Oh, I have a long enough cord where I can do this. Hey, that worked. Cool. So we are playing the 11 sweeps coin Grizzly BPC. Oh, Global Poker Championship. Global Poker Championship, I believe. Grizzly. No limit hold'em. 25, nope, 12,500 guaranteed PKO 6 max. Boy, we're off to a good start today. I don't do a lot of bounty tournaments. Historically, I'm not great at them. I guess I don't know if I just don't have the killer instinct or what, or if that's just not my game. But we're going to try to mix it up today and turn these tickets I purchased into real money. We've got Ace King. I do enjoy 6 max. When I play cash online, I generally will play 6 max. And we got a raise. We're going to make it big with Ace King. 8 bigs. We're going to go just over 8 bigs. I like making it big with Ace King. I don't want to mess around. I want to get as much money in as possible. Don't want the whole table just calling. Is it going to be... Oh, we'll see. Out of range. Beautiful flop. Beautiful flop. Got the backdoor hearts. We got top pair. I think we just bet it like we got it. Having the ace of hearts is big. We're up against another ace. We'll find out. We're up against someone who's won some type of event. Probably last year, because I think we're on the 7th or the 8th year. I don't know what the snake is. I haven't been on global long enough. All right, we take one down. That's a good win. We have probably a little less than an hour at this point for late reg. Want to remind everybody, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be reminding everybody of that as the night goes on. I'm gonna try. When did I do? Last one I did was Monday. That was really the kickoff for this whole thing, the very first event outside of the free roll. I jumped into the free roll on Sunday afternoon on my phone. Didn't get very far. It was a free roll to, I think it was 5K guaranteed, where they just were giving away tickets to these events, which is really cool. It's a really cool idea. I mean, obviously cash is good too, but I like it. It's very Grizzly centric. That's cool. Kind of a neat idea. But I did play the 7:30 event, 7:30 p.m. event on Monday to kick things off. We didn't make a ton of noise. We were in it for a little bit. Going about a quarter pot here, maybe a little like a third. It's a good flop for us, but I don't know that we can really commit to going all the way down. But we could peel one here, see if we pick up some equity. We don't pick up a lot of equity, but it's not bad for us. I don't know if D-Gen's got a hand like Ace King or Ace Queen. Not a ton of them. Yeah. He doesn't want to see us hit a river. Gave back some blinds there. I didn't think peeling one on the flop was a bad idea, but we'll make note of that. So, didn't get anywhere near the money on Monday. I already forget what we got it in with. I am talking. I'm getting feedback. Are we not? Can we not hear? That is probably an issue if we can't, if we have, if the audience can't hear. Okay, we'll fold. Well, I'm going to try to keep talking through this. I think the audio got a little messed up. It should be fine. I really need to maybe is it no, desktop audio wouldn't be. Desktop audio wouldn't be the thing. Maybe it was the audio input. I don't know why I don't have all of this. I really should stop BSing and just so we don't have any desktop audio. Audio input capture, that could be it. And if that's the case, I apologize. My mic is good. So apologies out there if you were watching and didn't get any audio for the first 5 minutes. We'll fold. So we got ace king out of the gate, won a few blinds, and then we gave some back out of position with fives. It just goes to show you in these tournaments, big cards rule. Small pocket pairs, once they see a flop and a turn, they don't always get there. Just in tournaments, I don't know if it's, especially in the all-in phases or the shove phases of the tourneys, you see all the cards, and oftentimes overcards will outlast small pockets, and they're just so tough to play after the flop when you can't really go tossing around blinds. This stream is brought to you by Polar Seltzer. No, it's not. It's just my beverage of choice. But Polar Seltzer is made in my home city of Worcester, Massachusetts. I live just outside of Worcester. I grew up just outside of it on the other side. I now live on the west side in Charlton. But what else we got here? But hey, we got 2 viewers, so that's pretty sweet. I'm going to try. Well, I don't know what I'm going to try. I'm going to try just looking at this on YouTube on my phone. I of course am live. I just want to. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Close. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I got it up on my phone here and turned the volume up a little bit. We're coming through. We're loud and clear. I'll check that again in about 5 minutes. Deuces again. I really hope this is not the type of game where I just get low pockets all day and suited connectors, which just don't perform as well. DJN89 is taking his sweet time. Oh, and raising. I haven't been on the site for very long, probably no more than a month, maybe a little more. Maybe it was around Christmas time. But at some point, players are gonna get notes on you. Ow, out of range. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll cut our losses there. Want to give a shout out to my mother-in-law. I bought this. I bought this. It's a Red Sox City Connect T-shirt to, um, you know, a replica, if you will, of their uniforms, and I got a Devers one because I like. I mean, he's a good player, obviously, and I 11 is one of my numbers. That's my birthday on the 11th, not this month, but I like the shirt. I got it with a Fanatics gift card, thanks to my brother and sister-in-law. So thank you, shout out to you as well. But I got it. I got the gift card for Christmas, so sometime late December, early January, I got. Um, I ordered a couple of T-shirts from Fanatics. This one was on sale, so I was able to get a couple T-shirts and something else. Maybe was it three T-shirts? Maybe three. I got some T-shirts. Anyway, I got this one, so I'm like, cool. I got a couple new ones. I'll wear them down in Atlantic City when we go Martin Luther King weekend to go see a Rob Thomas show, and then hang out the next day to play some, play at the casinos and just hang out and have a nice weekend away. So I'll bring my new T-shirts. So I get this. I break out the Boston Marathon Red Sox shirt. Getting all ready to put it on to go downstairs to have some dinner and watch the Cowboys Packers game. And I tend to rip the tags off usually when I get a new shirt, especially if it's in an area that might be bothersome. So this one was located right under the left shoulder, the tag, and I just pulled it off, and it ripped like the seam in the shoulder. Which, if that had happened like around like the bottom of it, or even in the back a little, like you could get a little rip there, because nobody's paying attention there. But in the shoulder, like it's just now I ripped it out. There's just a hole in it, which I know I probably shouldn't have ripped it out, but I've done it a ton of times. It's not a big deal. You just rip the threads, move on. But this one was really in there. It was like a really like high, I'll say high quality, but it was really like, um, it was a tag that was really in there, and it just pulled and put a hold in my shoulder. So, my wife offered to have her mother sew it up for me, which she did, and thank you very much. You probably can't see it, which is not a bad thing, but um, 'cause- no, it looks good. My wife said there's like a little hole you can kind of see, but I don't really see it. I think it's good. I mean, whatever. Who's gonna look right? Like, who's gonna zoom in on my shoulder? Uh, but thank you again to my mother-in-law Ellen, and thank you to my brother and sister-in-law for their wonderful gift. But Polar Seltzer is made in my home's break is about to start. So yeah, we're on break now. That is one thing about these 7:30 start times. I tend to, um, well, of course, we put the baby to bed every night. She is usually in bed by 7:30. Usually, I mean, if it's a good night, and she's ready to go to bed, it could even be like 7:15, 7:20. Like she's just done. Okay, read her story. We start bedtime around 7 o'clock. Brush your teeth, get changed, read a couple stories, and you're in bed. But tonight I think she was just really tired. She didn't go to bed right away. Called for mom a couple times, so and I had to go. I had to go wash the dishes. I just try to do that right after dinner, so we can put her to bed, and then on to the rest of the night. But so started a little bit after 7:30 today, probably somewhere around 7:40. I jumped in, which is fine. We're pretty deep in this one, and didn't look like there were any bounties gathered at my table. But the baby is asleep Asleep now. She's asleep now. She's good. We're playing some cards. Let's check out what we have for this event here. Let me see if I can bring it up. I tried to do it the other night and it wasn't working. Video capture. Nope, that's not what we need. We need window capture. I need to stop BSing. I need to take some YouTube classes on. Yeah, it doesn't. It only brings up. I think it has to do with the fact that it's just one website and it won't bring up I should probably have it separate which I could do. Yeah, it's not going to show up. It might complicate things. I should add a source, or maybe I need to change it from window capture to display capture so I can jump back and forth or drag it over. But it's not letting me switch to my other window here. So I'll try to figure that out at some point. But we've got 855 up top for places 1 and 2 right now. This is 12,500 guaranteed. Bounties out of the gate are 5, but it's a PKO, so my assumption is you get $2.50 and then in your pocket, and then another $2.50 on your head. Bounty progressive split 50%. Everyone starts the bounty at 5 coins. When you eliminate a player, you immediately win 50% of their current bounty. The other 50% is added to your bounty. Note, the progressive percentage may vary between tournaments. That is fine. I feel like on this site, or there are some sites that do like a straight up only bounty tourney. That is the prize pool, is the bounty. So if you buy in for 11, 1 goes to the house, 10. Essentially 10 goes on your head, and you get somebody, you just get $10. Those are kind of cool too. I don't think I played one quite yet. But we did one when during the pandemic, like the early stages of the pandemic, we would play. We'd get a bunch of us and do home games on Poker Stars, just free money, but just Venmo each other and stuff. And they kind of evolved into Facebook groups that would do it. And to be honest, it's kind of funny looking back now. All these sites like Global and ACR and Ignition and Bovada, they were all out there, but these Facebook groups just all popped up during the early stages of COVID, and they're still out there. I haven't played on any of them in a while. I don't. They tend to run a little. They tend to be a little bit bigger tournaments because the people that run them, they want it to be worth their time. They can't just run $5 tourneys all day. It's a lot to keep track of, and it's just not worth it because they really work on tips. But yeah, the poker stars tourneys that we did, we just do a little group of I had a few different poker groups, different poker networks that I was pulling from, and we do like a couple days a week. We do get ace jack suited. Keep in mind we are 6-handed here, so we can kind of play these a little faster, and if we're assuming that people are going to be jamming a little bit wider, or at least calling off wider to go after those bounties, I mean, we can really play these hands kind of fast. But yeah, we played those. We called our group Date Night Poker. It was fun. We would play 2-3 days a week, usually like one weeknight, maybe a Friday night or something. It was fun. We just play like $20 tournaments, and I did actually kind of well, and that was right at the beginning of the pandemic when everything shut down, and I didn't really have much of a bankroll at that time because I was just kind of playing casualty. I was working a lot. Didn't have, I'd play, but I could never really get anything together up until that point. And that was around the time too when the pandemic hit. That I'm going to be home a lot, so I did a lot more studying up on updated theory and gameplay, strategy, because I kind of came from the 2003 poker boom of play aggressively, don't bet your draws, that kind of stuff. I had no idea about I knew a little bit about implied odds and pot odds and stuff like that, but I just I didn't fully grasp what the math was or even how to calculate equity. So I mean, I can't imagine. I had to have been like calling off way too wide and not in, um, maybe not using aggression in the right spots. But that aside, I didn't have much of a bankroll going into the pandemic, and check it, nothing. Fold. But yeah, those date night games, I did pretty well in them. Um, we're not talking thousands of dollars here, but I probably made somewhere between $300 and $500 off of those games. They lasted for a few months, and then things started to branch out, and I think by that fall they had really slowed down, and then I think we tried to get it back together, or we were playing. My daughter was born in April of 2021, and I was playing between date night and those Facebook groups. I was playing really exclusively online by that point. I played a little bit in card rooms in the summer of 2020, but had to be real careful. Only went every so often, masked up. Didn't go for like super long periods of time, and there were only a couple rooms open, mostly in New Hampshire. So, but by that fall, kind of had to shut it down because we were expecting a child, and COVID was really still a very real thing. No vaccine yet, so yeah. So it was a lot of the date night poker for at least the first few months, and then got into more of like the Facebook tourneys, and yeah. By that fall of 2020, we really weren't doing much date night because things were starting to open back up and people were getting busy. And then I think we kind of did a little more of it over the winter, as it was like the first real winter full of COVID, and so there were more people staying home, and we did like a heads up championship, like I think right around March Madness, which would make sense because my daughter would have been born a few weeks after that. Um, it was cool. We did. Um, were there 16 of us? I'm trying to remember. There might have only been eight. It had to have only been eight, or maybe I guess we could have done 12, but I think it was only eight of us that decided to do it. Um, I think yeah, I remember the guy who won it was the guy who beat me in the first round because I think it was 3 rounds. So, but yeah, it was cool. We did it kind of around like was it around the Super Bowl though? I thought it was March Madness. It was around like whatever February, March, like that winter time when it's only like playoff football and playoff college basketball. But yeah, I think we tried to do it like 3 weekends in a row. But I want to say the two guys who ended up meeting in the championship just wanted to get it over with, so they did it like that Wednesday or Thursday. But that was cool. I was out in the first round and quickly too. I feel like I don't know. I don't know what the whole point of talking about poker stars was, but we go off on tangents here. I'm gonna try to do some grassroots recruiting. As far as tonight is concerned, we'll get back to more poker stars, I guess. Pandemic poker stars. We'll get back to more of that, but tonight, what we have on deck, we're going to try to obviously be in this bounty PKO as long as possible, hoping until at least 9 o'clock. What I should do actually is I was thinking we could do at least the 500 guaranteed daily bonanza. Ugh, do I just waste a blind? Yeah, I just why it's just such good odds. Like, and we have 44 bigs. Why not just throw one out there? So that was worthless. So I wanted the 500 guaranteed bonanza starts at 9. That is the one where you play 50 ring game hands throughout the course of the day, either or sometime that day, you can do it either gold coins or sweeps coins, so play money, real money. And once you see 50 flops, then you get the opportunity to enter into the 500 guaranteed bonanza for 11 cents, or 0.11 sweeps coins, which is super. This is great value. Um, Usually see a 500 guaranteed tourney. That might be a $5 buy-in, could even be a $10 buy-in, depending on the website. But it's a good tourney. There's no late reg. It's 11.11 or 11 cents. You just go, and it's a turbo. And it starts at 9. You just, you try to hit it. Min cash is probably like 90, or like a one sweeps coin. But even then, you're making like 9-10 times your buy-in. So it's kind of neat. I like it. And at 9:35, there is the daily hundo, where if you play at least 25 gold coin ring game hands, then you can get entered, or the opportunity to enter. Oh boy, do we go for it here? Is this aces or kings? Do we just call it off with ace king? It's not for a bounty, but it could be for a big double up here. I think we got to go for it. That's a nice flop for us. No jack. Oh my god. What a disaster. Oh, what a disaster. Oh, we were so good there. Yeah. Wow. That's disgusting. What was the flop? King, king, 10? And it had to come perfect. Even 2 5s wouldn't do anything for him. 2 aces would have chopped it too. But, I mean... Oh, that's gross. I'm just doing some recruiting here. Well, what was it, 68-ish big blinds? We'll just say 65. I was an opener, right? It was an open. I mean, there was a lipper, but whatever. I don't think that matters. Yeah, that's gonna hurt, but hey, we made the right play. This game is so brutal, though. Hey, that's a nice flop. Top pair, backdoor flush draw. We could get a bounty this hand if it gets nasty, which it just did. Unreal. I feel like, oh man, I feel like, I don't know, why would he do that if he was super nutted? But does he have queen 8, queen 5, a set? In the small blind, he called my min click there. Like, so he doesn't have 8s or queens. He could have 5s. So it's either 5s or queen 8 suited. Ace queen, does ace queen raises? Queen king queen maybe. Queen jack has us beat. I don't know. Do we beat enough there? What does he have that he would do that, or if it's just a straight ridiculous bluff? Uh, or does he think we're tilted after that ace king chop? Um, we did have the backdoor hearts, but that's kind of a big call off. Is there a is there a check back there? Do I check back that flop? I mean, I don't think so, because if an ace or a king comes, that's a not a non ace a non heart ace or king, then I just kind of wrecked myself there. A check back would give me a chance to improve. Two pair trips, or pick up backdoor hearts, and then then if he like shows aggression, I can at least hang around. Queen 10 is it's tough to call off with. So do I take some broadways out of my range now? I can't, right? It's 6 max, like, or in that under the gun spot anyway. Do I like fold some Broadway combos? I mean, suited Queen 10. I feel like it's worth seeing a flop. And if you are gonna come in, if you're gonna enter a pot, I don't know, I don't want to just be limping. I don't know. Did my mid click narrow his range enough where he's only doing that with value hands? I don't know. Or I don't know. He could have had total air. He could have had sevens. There's a lot he could have had there that he was turning into a bluff. But the thing is too is he wasn't doing that for a bounty. I had 15 more bigs than he did. Whatever, 420, you owe me a little bit more than one big blind, but thank you. But yeah, it seemed like he wasn't bounty eligible unless he thought like he had top pair. I mean, even say he had, regardless of my hand, say he had queen jack or something, or queen nine, I guess, or even like ace eight, because it was the 5 of hearts, so he could have had like ace eight of hearts or something, like whatever. If he had some mediocre holding that I beat, could he think like, well, that wouldn't make sense for him to do that because he can't get a bounty off of me, and I might call wide just to get the bounty, which I don't know. I thought about doing. Maybe he's thinking I might call wide to get the bounty, so just go for it with a hand like with a good hand with a queen eight or set of fives or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking myself into circles here. Two rough ones relatively early on here, which kind of stinks. If I'm going to fire off a second bullet, I don't want it to be this one because I don't play a lot of PKOs, but I wanted to kind of mix things up here. Kings has the I would like kings. That would be cool. I mean, ace jack offsuit is cool and all. Sorry, ace king offsuit. Oh, that ace jack suit. Ace king offsuit is cool and all, but I kind of need a little bit more than that. Especially if you're going to chop the pot on me like that. Like, the frustrating thing about the ace king hand is he was drawing dead. He couldn't win. There was no way for him to win the pot outright. It was my pot. Like, he would need running cards. either uh, running fives wouldn't do it, obviously. Either running aces for a chop, aces full of kings, or running queen jack. That would have to come perfect. Um, or not. I mean, it'd have to be a queen and a jack, where there's 8 left in the deck, and it can't be duplicates. But that and it had to be the last 2 aces. So really, I mean, 2 very specific runouts, and he hit one of them. For a chop, such a killer. But we can't lament that. We have to. I think checking top pair is fine. The ace of hearts is certainly out there. I mean, we're the one with the draw, right? I think. He could have the ace of hearts and be betting with it, but we could also be the ones on the straight draw. What makes a straight? 8-9? 8-9 of hearts? No, I mean that. Okay, so we river the nuts. We kind of have to go small, though. I mean, what are we going to get value from? Aces? Oh, that's a dream. That's a dream spot. Wow. Yep. Okay. Draymond. Is that actually Draymond Green? That'd be really sweet if it was. I mean, I know I'm not even like. I mean, that's naive or ignorant, but I know there were some NBA players that. There are some NBA players that endorse this. Oh, excuse me. That endorse the site. I didn't. I didn't see him. It was Carl Anthony Towns, Paul George, I think Paul George, and there was one more too, or maybe it was DJ. Is it Khalid or Khalid? I thought there was another NBA player too. Maybe it was Draymond Green, but I didn't think it was. I don't know. Ugh. Okay, that's actually not a bad flop for us. I think we just bet it. This don't worry guy. This is the guy who check raised us on the queen's hand. I mean, if he rips it, I think I might just if he did end up ripping, I think I was gonna have to call it off. We did have backdoor diamonds that time, an overcard if we needed it, like if he had a hand like eights or something, which I don't think he did. He probably had ace something, ace X, you know. I really have to watch. I really have to watch my yawning and my appearance because I come off a little tired sometimes. And I work full time. I have a young child. I'm up by 6 every morning, or awake at least. I don't know. Do we go for the bounty? It's only $2.50, or it's only 2.5 sweeps. And Jack 10 is sort of mediocre when you're talking about one, heads up, all in flip. Yeah, so we were crushed. All right. Good fold by us. 5 on the turn. Fantastic. All right, we're at a new table. This is an interesting opportunity here. Well, one player's going to go out, but we do have a directly. We're on the button, or we're not going to get the button. We're going to be on the cutoff, but we do have and they got to give us. Oh no, what happened? What I thought was he all in too? Was it? Did I get moved again? I thought we had a very small stack here. I did they all have cards all in and they split it up? What happened? I don't know. Anyway, not gonna worry about it. We have to fold 7 deuce on the button. Well, after that gift of a river bet there, I feel a little bit better about what happened earlier. We're in fairly decent shape. They don't have what place we're in. Mm, we are. Is there still late reg? I think there's still late registration. Where are we? Crown blinds level 5 and fold king 3. Blinds level 6 late reg. So this is still registering. We have 1,244 players. That's the total. Yeah, 1,250 players left. 850. No idea. I'm gonna see what place we're in. We're in place. We're in 326th place. 174 get paid, but we got a ways to go for that. Let's try to get some bounties. We don't really have like 17. Okay, so we just went up. So we got 37. We have to try to get more chips, but I also get the feeling that some of these stacks are going to start getting live because it's a bounty and it's global. And even though you should, I mean, it's a bounty. I was going to say, even though you should really hang on to your chips as long as possible, there's going to be stacks going in. And global poker, it's a nice site. I love playing on it. I don't think the player pool is super advanced. I'd say sites like ACR is probably a little bit tougher. Certainly cash, but tourneys, yeah, you got a lot of pros and grinders there. It is tough to navigate fields like that. We're going to say big cards rule today. That is going to be our mantra. Big cards rule. I should change the YouTube video title to that. So anyway, I'll try to stay. I'll try to stay active and awake. I mean, it's Friday, but that doesn't matter when you have a toddler. They get up. It doesn't. It's not like, oh, it's Saturday. They'll sleep till 9. No, they're up sometimes earlier than they normally are, but it won't be forever. She's a great kid. So again, big cards rule, but it folds to us with 5-4. So we just want to see a flop. And these stacks to our left are not quite live. It's a good, okay, big blind folded pre. That's good. It's a great flop for our range. So I think we maybe just size up a little bit. Yeah, we take it down. Good. I'm really trying to focus on the specific situations here. I want to thank everybody who takes the time out to view these videos, whether you're live or watching the replay or the recording. I want to thank you all because a lot of poker streamers, vloggers, they are playing 3, 4, 5, 6, even more tournaments at the same time. They're playing so many of them that you just always have a hand to watch. Or at the very least, they have some other graphics that they put up. We're going to be very basic here for a little while. I don't have a ton of time that I can devote to like studying for that or learning how to do all that successfully. I could probably make this game a little bit bigger. Drag it out a little bit. That should work, right? Maybe it didn't add much, but it's something. Maybe it's a little bit easier to view. So yeah, this is really kind of like talking poker podcast, a little bit of podcast, solo podcast style. I don't know. I gotta. I usually don't have a shortage of things to talk about when it comes to poker, but obviously watching it is more interesting. Um, so I'll have to figure out how to just kind of jump from screen to screen. I mean, I think I could probably handle two. Probably start that after the Grizzly games because these are big prize pools, longer, deeper tourneys that I want to focus on. But in a couple weeks, that'll be over. I'll probably try to play something on the last day, whether it's in the afternoon when all the main events are happening, or at night when these 11 sweeps events are going on. So February 18th, I'll probably be finishing this up. Again, I'm going to try not to fire off multiple bullets in any event, so we'll play 5 different ones. You'll get the full value of my $49 investment for 5 11 sweeps tickets. Good value. If we can make a little bit back here, then that would be good. A couple bounties. I mean, we have some stacks that are dwindling a little bit. I have no idea who. I think Mimi just joined. I have no idea what her stack is like. But we're hoping when I cash in a couple of these. But yeah, after February 18th, I will probably take a little bit of time away to study up, refresh, kind of look at more of the features of Streamlabs. Because right now, I think it's just about getting comfortable um, doing these, like keeping the game and the broadcast all straight, and while talking and narrating. But hey, with each one of these, you get a little bit better. What else can I say? On this site, I've been trying my best because since we'll say since I left the Poker Stars free play money scene, um, I started branching out and looking at more. Well, at first I think it was yeah, so this is probably like 2022 when I was just trying to diversify with not going to like a casino like twice a week. I'm like, I can do that once a week, if it works. And so yeah, so I was just trying to figure out how to keep playing online and kind of keep my mind in the game when because the schedule can shift around quickly with a little one. So when the opportunity arises, want to be able to play something. So um, did Ace Nine? No, Ace Nine did not hold. That's too bad. Well, new table, new opportunities. What do we have? Okay, we have a live stack two to our right, or no, directly to our right, and we'll be in position the next hand. But these tables change. Oh, yeah. Well, that's if this person is still there. I feel like I was gonna say I usually go by the avatar. Oh, 10. Um, will the 10 hold? It does, but now she Wubs has a lot more chips. So there goes the short stack. That's fine though. That's actually that's a big bounty, and she's directly to our right. So getting 5 sweeps off off the rip like that would be pretty good, pretty good. So let's keep an eye on that. So anyway, I was getting back in online poker after whatever, as we were getting out of the pandemic. And first I started with a private club. Oh, sevens. Okay. First I started with a private club on Club GG. That was all right. That they had a lot of games going. And I was doing pretty well. Ooh, do we go for it? That's an open rip right there. Jeez. Sevens are like borderline. I think we got to make it happen here. I like to do with eights or better. Oh wow, kings. How does he have kings there? Really? I guess that's why you don't do that. Okay. Wow. That's okay, so that's twice now. Is that how I got eliminated last time? I'm just trying to think. I think it was it was, or that was a big one anyway. That I don't know. Did I get eliminated out of that? I might not have, but it was like a really key hand one way or the other. Where I called with where I had Jackson, and I was up against Ace Queen isolating, and then somebody behind me as aces. Same thing here. I mean, it wasn't much more, but I get it in, really to isolate that one opponent, and then boom, last spot just wakes up with kings. It's so frustrating, and it would have held, right? Um, Sevens would have held because we were up against king queen. So yeah. Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, that was tough. Let's see what else we got here. We'll get into the bonanza, but let's see if we can do some kind of maybe a sit and go. Um, oh, we need like kind of like a turbo. That's gonna start up in 25 minutes. Yeah. So that's frustrating. Do we do a 9 player hyper? We could do a hyper. 6 max hyper for 8.56. Let's just hope it fills up. I don't expect you guys to just hear me talking the whole time. Or we edit this out. And nobody's really watching anyway. Oh no, we get 2 viewers. That's cool. Um, if you are just joining us, I'm just going to try to. You know what? Let's take a break. Well, because we didn't take one at 55 past the hour. Let's take a little break, and then we will. Oh no, I take that back. Stay tuned. We will change the input here. Whoops. Oh, so that's stream. Oh no, that doesn't really show you anything. Hey, yeah, we were looking for that earlier. All right, we're playing a 25 blind hyper turbo. This probably won't. This probably won't take us too long to play. Probably won't take us right up until the bonanza starts. I wish we had stuck around in that bounty for at least another 10 or 15 minutes. You know, not that I would have hit the money, but it would have bridged it a little closer to the bonanza at 9. And then after that, if we want to, like, because the hundo starts at 9:35, and that's a hyper. So depending on how we do in the bonanza, we'll see if we can jump in, have a nice, decent, a decent length stream here. But we'll take a break after this hyper, which could take 5 minutes, could take 15 minutes. We'll see. It'll be over well before. So if we got to take a 5 or 10 minute break, so be it. Because we didn't take one at 55 past the hour earlier, so take one in whatever time this ends, 8:45, 8:50, and that'll take us up to the bonanza at 9 p.m. There is a 5-minute delay, so 9 p.m. my time, so to speak. You kind of have to get a little dirty in these hypers early. You can't just sit there because the blinds are going to start going in anyway, and that's a pretty good flop for us. So I think we could go like 75%, bet 4. There's not as many kings as there are aces in calling ranges, but ace X of diamonds obviously is a hand we don't want to see. Ew. Huh. You could have a king. Oh, that's not a good card for us. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we don't have a straight draw. I think we got to give up here. Unless he was just... I can't imagine that was a bluff on his part. Was that a fold? Oh! We got a free river. I wanted to win more than that. I know it's selfish because I kind of got lucky. What was he doing? The prize pool in this, usually with 6 max, it's 231.2 for first, 16.8 for second. That would be nice. That would be a nice hit either way. Fold. Oop, check. Shoot. Pay attention, Robert. Poker, Robert. No. So it is a hyper, like we were saying. The stacks are going to start going in. Although I do feel like in these, the players will hang on a little bit longer. Certainly the 6 max PKO bounty, or PKO, 6 max PKO turbo. Was it a turbo? It wasn't a turbo tonight. It was 10-minute blinds. The one on Sunday that I'm going to try to do is a turbo. I don't have any other details than that. I think it's just, is it PKO? So Sunday's the 4th, 7:30. It is just a deep turbo. This is Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, I got 20 players. 10K guaranteed. Solid. So there should be about 1,000 runners in that. It's just a deep turbo, so the blinds will be 10K starting stack on 30, 60 bigs. They don't really do very big antes here. Yeah, antes are like 10%. 10 divided by, oops. So you start off with over 160 bigs, and then like whatever, 166 bigs to start, then 125, and it's 5-minute levels. So the thing with that, with the turbos, I mean, it's not a PKO, so I guess really like if you buy max late reg, because level 6, so that's a half hour, so that's 8 o'clock. Well, it really would be 8:05 because it'd be a break. But level 7 is still, you still have you still have 33 bigs. Yeah, it's 33.3 bigs. If you max late reg and don't play a hand in that last 6 level, you're good. You started off with 33 bigs and a 10k guaranteed. Honestly, I might consider doing that. And now we have aces and a hyper 6 max. I kind of want to see 2 all-ins. I'm getting greedy. I kind of want one of... Oh. Well, both of these small stacks then. Let's go. Jam it. You have less than 5 bigs. Come on. And you're on the button. Let's go. Bang. Okay. Call. Or go all in, whatever. Can't fold, right? Can't fold. Wow. What are you thinking about? I don't mean to berate you when you have jacks, but when I have my head, I should say. But like, come on, what was that? Maybe he's multi-tabling. Oh, my fault. I have to change the title. Fold. Probably should have done that a little sooner, but whatever. We're just getting a feel for all this, figuring out what works and what doesn't work. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but a cash in this would be really, really sweet. I know it wouldn't be a win in the Grizzly series, but it would be good for my solvency on the site. And not I have over 100 sweeps coins in there. I don't mind telling you that. Like I've made a couple deposits, probably between the initial buy and the reload for a smaller amount, and then the tickets. I'm in it for about 200, and I got 100 in my account and 3 more. Like 100 after buying in this. Oh, I gotta take them out, right? Yeah. Okay. We needed that. Oh, a nice all-in and a call here would be tremendous. It is a hyper, and we have the most chips. I don't care if we're second in chips when we get the heads up. We got to get that money first. There's only 2 spots paid, so one of them will be sweet. Oh man, it's such a bad spot. I bet it's not bad. Or what do we call? We're just going to give him a blind, I feel like. Okay, we'll just check it down then. I mean, don't try to steal it. Oh, man. Well, we might have gone from, like... Yeah. All right, we beat that. Oh, we'll take it. Well played, I think. I mean, I just knew like if he had any piece of that, he's betting. So I beat a lot of nothing. I think we just gotta go for it. Oh, that's so terrible. Yes, that's a win. Okay, we had to get a little bit lucky there, but I think you just can't. I think you just got to really go for it in those spots. So we'll take it. We ain't giving it back. So we lock up. We pretty much we double up. We lock up 8. Think about 8 sweeps. Oh blah. King high. Heads up. We got more chips. Let's take them down. 7. Yes. For the win. All right. Hey, look at that. So we made in that 15 minutes or whatever it was, 10, 12 minutes. We whoops. 31. I can't do math right now. We made 23 coins there, 22. We profited 22, so that we're up 11 on the night. That's fantastic. We're going to take a quick break, probably about 10 minutes. We will see you for the 500 Bonanza. We are back. um, can I put anything in the window capture? We have. Here we go. In a minute, we have the 5K or 500 Bonanza for 11.11 sweeps. On the button, we fold. Let's make sure we have it up. Just started. Oops. And away we go. Going to be a little bit of a slow start. Just because it's such a cheap tourney to enter. There's a lot of players that will join late or often not at all. But that's okay because after the first hand or two here, everybody will get put on a either sleep mode or otherwise. They'll wake up as the evening wears on. But we are here, we're alive, and we're folding. Got a new blanket so I can be a little old man sitting here. I keep the well, we use a pellet stove and two pellet stoves for heat, one upstairs, one downstairs. But I close the office door here so I'm not bothering anybody else. One thing I'd love to do, but I don't. It's another equipment issue, which is really not. Um, I feel like it's not unique. It's not. I feel like not a lot of people, not a lot of streamers would be able to just do this. But I'd like to do some streaming from a place like how Daniel Negreanu will do, or used to anyway. Play like a World Series of Poker, like series, like a few, like a couple weeks in a row. He'll do it from like a hotel in like some beach resort somewhere. It'll have the kind of the view of either the pool or the beach or whatever in the background. It'll be, you know, just focused on like one tournament, just a big, $500, with 500K up top or something like that. And I feel like those are like, I mean, like it's like anything, watching like a 3 hour to 6 hour stream of a really big event. It's tough to like really dig in for that whole time. That's a lot of time that you have to devote to it. But you know, as content and it gets out there, and you could just watch, like you could skip through and watch maybe 10 to 20 minutes of worth of big hands and whatever. You just kind of peruse the thing. Or you could sit there, you're killing some time, you kill an hour or two if you dedicate that much time to poker. But we got nines and we're deep, so we can make it fairly large. again, it's a free $500. It's essentially kind of a free buy or whatever. It's essentially, you play your gold coin or cash table ring game hands like sweeps coins hands. You play 50 of them, see you flop 50 times, and then you get 11 cents, and you get in this thing. Um, but we'll get to that and what that means a little bit later. But what I wanted to talk about now is what I'm. Excuse me. What I wanted to talk about now was how I'm gonna plan to make money and profit on the site and be able to play this enough for you guys and for myself without really having to think about not having the money to do so. Not having the money to do so, which I do, but I want it to be long term. I really like this site, and I want to take advantage of it because really I haven't had a viable online poker site that really fit my schedule and fit my wants and needs for some time, for maybe decades. That's a fantastic flop for us. I mean, there's straights out there, but we made it kind of big pre. I think our hand needs a little bit of protection, and we're multi-way, so it's kind of a toss-up between going 50% and maybe 67%. I mean, we're deep. I think we can keep it at 75% actually. Go Revs, the Revolution fan. Bobby McGee. He might be from New England. Man, I don't like that he's thinking about it. I mean, it could be that he's asleep also. I would really just like this pot. I mean, a call is fine. We'll see what comes out. We don't. He probably doesn't have. If he just calls here, he doesn't have tens or better, like tens, jacks. He doesn't have tens or better. Yeah, just wasn't there. But yeah, Daniel. We'll talk more about me and what I would like, where I where I should take the family to travel, and maybe um, play something abroad. I don't know how I would record that and still get the full effect of. It's probably a check fold. Take it for one blind. You might as well. Um, so where, yeah, we'll talk about where I would want to play it. I really would need a way to broadcast that, like a way to, or at least record it. But we'll see. That could be something. So how do I make money on the site, and how do I plan to do so, and what have I been doing? Hyper turbos were pretty good for a while. I was like gonna just try to do those, or even just playing like low to low, yeah, really micro and low, like multi-table tournaments. I was debating on like trying this, like, or just experimenting with just doing max late reg for like everything, but I don't know, it's less exciting that way, and you gotta like really, like, by the time I'm ready to start playing poker, the earliest max late reg is into like 8, and by then I'm just kind of like on to other things. But I don't really have a strategy for that developed. I feel like I do have an edge, and it's a small edge over the rest of the field, but I feel like I do have an edge. So I kind of try to play earlier just to, lean into that a little bit. So, so what have I been doing? I've been playing cash ring games for not too long, less than a week, I'd say. I've been doing that, and I've been at the microstakes level because there's 30% rake back, which I want to take advantage of. It is just too. Um, it's just it's there. It's just too good of a value for that. For playing cash poker, like it's you don't see here. ACR might be a little bit better overall because they give 27% rake back on everything, so you could play. You have to opt back into this because they do like the I forget, like the rewards tiers, which is also very good. But if you just are interested, if you're not like a super grinder, you really like you really should go with the rake back on ACR. That's my opinion. But so ACR is 27% on everything, where global is 30% rake back on cash ring games only. So, which is still good. You can't really complain about it, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool if there was something you get back for tourneys. But you get there's ways to like get free, you know, good value for tournaments and get free entries to stuff, and they give you what they do, and this will segue into what I'm going to how I'm gonna really like my overall strategy for playing on this site and not like wasting money and really like using maximizing value. So cash, you get 30% rake back. But I've been trying to kind of work out a strategy where I'm really not risking my money, like not super risking my money, like playing in a cash, because my live cash style might be a little bit. I might play a little bit riskier style. Certainly not risk averse. Maybe more. I seek out more risk in certain spots in the live game where I'm going to try to do less of that in the online game, and really just because look at it this way, if I say I've got $100 or 100 sweeps coins in there, and I just play, I mean, it doesn't really matter the money, but yeah, you just play a break even style micro stakes, 10 no limit, put 10, you know, 10 sweeps coins at, what is it, at 5 cent, 10 cent blinds, and you just, if you're good enough and you have a small edge on the field, you should be able to play a style, as long as you don't get yourself into really bad situations where you're like trying to like blind versus blind and you've got like queen jack offsuit or something, and you try to, you raise to try, don't, just call in a situation like that, and if the big blind lays you, you fold. Like you don't need to get messy with that stuff because you're online. It's not like you drove an hour to the casino and you got to get your game in 3 hours and then you got to go home. Like, you're playing online. Okay, you jump in, you play for 10 minutes. If you don't get any hands, big deal. In a couple hours after dinner or whatever, you jump in for another 20 minutes and you play. So really, if it can play at least a break-even strategy in the cash game, which is what I'm trying to do, you can just build it all up in your in your rakeback account. I mean, I don't know. They say probably to cash that out sooner rather than later, or that's what the recommendation is to do. But see what it builds to. See how long it takes to get to 100, 200, 500, maybe even 1,000. Probably won't let it grow that big before like just taking it out of there. But it doesn't matter. It's all on the site. As long as I'm just gonna try to build a nice bankroll on the site organically. And if I end up cashing, I might just leave it there. I might not even want to, or maybe I just cash out what I've invested, and just that way it's like kind of like a free roll in my mind. But whatever, that aside, so play cash, just kind of grind that out for a little bit here and there to kind of build up a rake backup. And at night, well, what I do in the before work or on a lunch break or something, play a few gold coins hands. Just play the gold coins hands, play that, and then if I jump into a few cash games, I'll easily get 50 ring game hands in overall. I'll qualify for the hundo with the gold coins. It's 25. It just takes a few minutes. And if I jump into cash games here and there on breaks, and I play a good break even style where I take advantage of good situations and I just kind of get out of the way and less than ideal situations. I, try to minimize variance. The whole point is just to stay level, and then just the rake back just builds up. That's how I want to do it. I know it's easier said than done because that's like the key to poker. It's really just making money however you can. But if that seems like a pretty good way to do it, and then so each day, like every morning, I just do it at 7 o'clock. That's when the clock flips, and I'm up at that point anyway. So the first thing I do is I go to the upper right hand corner. I go to the cashier tab, and you kind of like check off that you check into the site. Really, they give you the first 4 days. It's a 7-day cycle. So, oh shoot, should have squeezed it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I think that's a lead. Come on, Bobby. He just takes a while, and he's raising. We don't have any backdoor equity, really. But we have some chips, so we can... That's not... Yeah, that's... The rest of the board doesn't... Yeah, makes that jack irrelevant. It just means it's one less card that he could have. So, I mean, does he have king, queen? He didn't raise pre. He doesn't have king, queen, or ace, queen, I don't think. Does he have queen, jack? That's a really small bet. And a river brick. I mean, I feel like where you have the best hand here. Or he has the same hand. Yeah, we're good. We're way good. I knew it. That's the thing with some of these like cheap tourneys. You just get guys who are kind of like loose and careless and think they can make like weird maneuvers like that. You can really pick those guys off. Not that we're winning this thing or anything, but one cool thing about it is it starts usually these usually start with like anywhere from 750 to 800 players. This one got 710. Friday night, I guess maybe people are out doing other stuff. We're down to 562. We've got ace jack, and the min cash is 0.8 sweeps with $87.15 up top. 144 is what's getting paid, and we're in 150 right now. So yeah, we're good. We're in a good spot, and we're up against the blinds that are dead. Yeah, so we'll just try to pick these blinds up when we can. This should be a raise, but no. I don't know. Like maybe I haven't been paying attention. You guys are all probably yelling at the screen. So back to making money in the site. So when you check in every morning, so far it's cash, break even style cash. I probably should start with the daily check in, but yeah. So let's just say you do your daily check in. It's a 7-day cycle. First 4 days when you check in, you get 25. We'll say 25 cents, 20.25 sweeps coins. Days 5 and 6, you get 0.55 sweeps coins, and then on the 7th day, you get 1 sweeps coin, and usually some kind of special like gift, like ticket, like it might be like $1, or sorry, a 1.1 sweeps satellite ticket, or just a regular tournament ticket, or like they have like a gold coin, like jump, some type of like all in or fold type tourney, which whatever, it's something, it's entertaining. They don't have to give you anything, so some weeks it's something interesting, some weeks, and it's only been like 3 weeks I've done it, but. So they give you free money for logging into the site every day. It's very small, but it is something. It adds up to like 3.1 sweeps coins. So what you could do is you could use that to play, after you're done with your gold coins, or your 50 flop ring hands, whatever. You can play, this is like, let's say you don't want, let's put the cash off to the side. Let's put like the cash rake back off to the side. Um, if you wanted to just play for free, um, no, I guess I was telling you about. Sorry, I was telling you about what I'm doing. Yeah, but I like to play in like I like to use all that to play in these cheaper tournaments like these multi tables because they can be fun. And if you smash one for it's a low cost, very low cost. That's right. I'm trying to keep money in my account. And if you final table one of these and you win 20 sweeps coins, that's big on an 11-cent buy-in. That's big, and they are every day. Granted, you're not going to come in the top six every day, but maybe you get 40th one day and you get 1.6. Okay, you played in a multi-table tournament. It was fun. You hit it. I don't know if we'll do it tonight, but there is the daily the hundo or the one hundo and the five hundo. The one hundo, that's another cheap tourney that you can you can qualify or get an invite to enter into either one of them by playing 25 gold coins ring game hands by seeing the flop. So that gets you into the daily hundo. The one hundo is one sweeps coin. 400 guaranteed. Top two get 100 sweeps coins, and then whatever that is, 3 through 7 get 10 sweeps coins, and then the five that's at 9:35 p.m. and then at 10 o'clock there's the daily 500 where that's 1250 guaranteed. 1 and 2 each get 500, and then 3 through 7 get 50. I came in fourth like a week and a half ago on a Sunday. I think I came in fourth and got 50, which was great. It was awesome. It was a nice hit, but I went out in fourth, and I think it was a three-way all in, and I might have just been a little bit too wide. I just kind of didn't. I did understand it. I wanted to get obviously the top two, but I kind of was a little bit just happy to be there. And I was probably sixth or seventh when it hit when the bubble burst. Because that's it. The mid cash is 50. Like there's nothing. So we all hit the money, and because it's a $5 whatever 1250 guarantee. I don't think it gets more. I mean, I guess it could get more. It could pay out more, but whatever. We hit bubble burst, and then you're just so happy you got that 50. It's such a nice hit. Same with having kings in the big blind. That's pretty great. So, oh, that's so beautiful. We can get another one. If we can get another one, that'd be cool. Like another small stack. All right. So do we just call? We can't just call, right? Can we? I think we gotta just get it in. If we had aces, we might just call. King, queen, ace, nine. Oh boy. Oh, be clean. Come on, clean. That's clean, right? Here we go. That's pretty good. I'll tell you what, if we bust out of this, oh, yeah. So I was saying, so I was happy to be there, and going out in fourth. I think I might have had like king jack or queen jack suit. I didn't have a super, certainly not a nutted holding, and I should have probably just held on for a little bit better hand, and I just don't remember. I don't remember, but I think I had more than 10 bigs, and I probably should have just tried to level up a little bit more. Even if I get it down to 3, okay, now I can like find a spot, double up, and like, yeah, going from 4 to 3. In my mind, I'm like, because there's no ladder between 4 and 3, I figured I'd go for it there. But if I can just you can eke your way to 3, then the way the game shifts, like you just hit a double up, and now you're in pretty good shape. So I probably should have considered that a little bit more. Going out fourth was nice, but man, that jump to 5, like first and second get 500. Man, that would have been nice. That would have built a nice bankroll for micro and low stakes. Could have played on that budget, if assuming I don't increase the amount I play, which would be I don't have the I can't do that, and I'm not going to. But that would have been pretty cool. But we'll get there. It's fine. So those are the hundos and the bonanza, which you get um, with the daily by playing the gold coins, 25 gold coin flops in ring games. But if you wanted to just not, if you wanted to not, if you wanted to never, if you want to not have to ever deposit on this site, like let's say I go bust. Let's say I play out the Grizzly, and then I'm like, I don't win anything in the Grizzly, and I'm just tilted, and I just blow off this 132 in like a couple days in cash games. It's just steaming and gone. And I'm like, you know what? I I'm not going to deposit any more money into global. But I will still play on the site as however I can. What I could do, and for those of you that haven't deposited yet, you can do this too. Sign up, get you know verified to the point that you can play for sweeps coins. Log in every morning when you get up. Boom, check in. Okay, here's my 0.25. Here's my quarter. Here's my quarter sweeps coin. And then, get up, get ready, go to work. Don't even think about it. On your lunch break, you got, you finish your sandwich or whatever. You got 20 minutes to kill. Log in, play. You go into get into a gold coin ring game. Who cares what you play? Just see a flop. Just make sure you're seeing flops, and don't bet anybody off a hand. Or if you flop it, try to bet it off the hand and get it. But just try to get the game through. You don't need to chase anything. Once you see a flop, you can just fold. Get it to the next hand. See 25. Once you see 25, you get that opportunity to enter into either one of the hundos. You won't have the money yet. That's okay. You only got 20. You only got a quarter. But then after you see 50 flops, you can enter into what you see right here, the 500 bonanza. You can sign up for it with it. It's at 9 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. Most of the country's done eating dinner by the time the tourney starts. We flop top pair and a backdoor straight draw. Oh, that's not a great turn card. But I think, well, no, it kind of is. Oh, no. Not a good river. Ugh. Oh, wow, we win. I mean, I'm not shocked. He was doing something weird like that earlier. He's not very good. I kind of like that he is sitting to my right. I'll just put. He's just a fish. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's fine. No offense, Bobby. I'm gonna try to get into a hand with you, which this is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll just let him bet into me. He's just gonna spew off the rest of his chips. Oh, well. That's a win. Okay, so we labeled him as a fish. I mean, I guess that's what you get out of an 11 cent. But you know what? I want you. I don't. I'll be totally straight. It is 11. It's 11 cent. What amounts to what is equal to 11 cents. So it doesn't seem like on the surface is a lot to get excited about. But it is a 500 sweeps guaranteed, which equals $500. It is a 500 guaranteed, so we could be playing, at 11, 20. We could be playing a decent buy-in. and it's incredible value. And we've got a bunch of stacks that are asleep, so we've got a real shot to make money here. Granted, it's not a ton. The min payouts are not great. We got to really make a final table for it to mean something. But hey, it's content, and we won't be streaming this all the time. I'm kind of just going through it to show you what is out there and what I'm trying to do on the side and how I'm trying to like just maximize like the opportunities to add money into my account here, into my online role, because I've had too many instances recently. Like every site that I've been on, I just can't keep money in there, and I'm trying to figure out why and how and other ways to do it, um, and trying to find the best fit for what I have to offer, as far as time and my skill set. ACR would be cool, but it's just super long late reg periods, and it's really tough to grind out cash on a site like that because there's so many pros. I'm actually surprised that there aren't more rakeback grinders and there aren't more pros, in air quotes, on global at this point. Maybe there's just not enough games. I don't know. Seems like there's enough. I can usually get into one. Um, we're refreshing our drink. Oh, yeah, refreshing our beverage with raspberry lime polar seltzer. All right, so I'm not recording this obviously, but I kind of am. YouTube is going to show it, have the replay up, so I should be talking to you. I was going to change subjects, but um, yeah, other sites that I play at, ACR is tough. We've talked about it before. The tournaments are too long. The cash games really just can suck your money up, and you think it's okay to really call off those big pots. When you flop a set, and it's just so obvious that you're up against like a straight or a boat. Yeah, a straight or a boat, and it's just, oh man, you gotta call it off. And then you think, well, I'm getting some rakebacks, so it's all good. But then like you lose $100, and there's like $2 in your. Oh, did he just go to too wide? I think I'm gonna call. Yes, yes. All right, drawing dead. All right, yeah, we're finding the spots here. Late lately in this 13th out of 390. Hey, listen, I mean, it's probably only a couple sweeps coins, but 13 would be 3.75. Again, it's an 11 cent, it's a 0.11 entry. Yeah, there might be bigger fish to fry out there, but and I don't play this every day. I might jump into this twice a week, but it's there. You can go on a little run. It's good practice, I feel like. It's not the same as, I mean, having, it might also, I have three snoozers. I have three to my left there. So that doesn't hurt. That most hands, I'm stealing blinds in some way. Well, maybe not most hands. I would have had two pair there. Two pair would have held, but whatever. Getting players out is great. That's one reason why I like this site in general, but especially these tournaments. There's no late reg. It's just 700 players just go. No rebuys, no add-ons, no re-entries, nothing. Just go. No new entries. The same thing with the Hundo, and those are hyper turbos. I should mention those are hyper turbos. So, and the one Hundo starts in a minute. I don't think I'm going to play that tonight. This one, I mean, we'll jinx ourselves, of course, but this one should go for a little bit longer, and I'm not gonna pull in. I'm not gonna go all the way to like midnight or anything. Like the closer to 10 o'clock that this could end is better because I will be hanging out with my wonderful daughter tomorrow morning while her mom is meeting up with friends for breakfast. I don't know what we have planned, but we're gonna have a day. We're gonna hang out and try to have a nice little morning together. So I don't want to, and she's up some anytime in the 6 o'clock hour, sometimes earlier. So um, I probably won't have much of a chance to sleep in because her mom will be getting ready to go, and not that I would want to get up with her anyway. But yeah, so it's the hundo is starting. We'll pass on it. We'll do that another. I don't know. The 9:35 start times are tough. I like to just kind of get going right at 7:30, between 7:30 and 7:45, and just get in as much as we can. So we did. I think we did all right tonight. If you figure we lasted a decent amount in the Grizzly PKO. Sneaking that hyper in was pretty good, and we outlasted everybody, and we still got like a 10 to 15 minute break in there. We will probably have a break coming up here in 20 minutes. I don't know how long these usually last, but we're 18th out of 357, so that's pretty good. That would be 2.75. That's, we're holding on pretty nicely. And again, we can just kind of like scoop up some blinds to the left of us when we have that opportunity. Yeah. Oh, we're in 15th now. There must have been some big all-ins. Okay. Middle pair. Nice. It's always nice to pick up some relatively free money or chips. So really, on this site, they do have free rolls every month. If you sign up for their newsletter, there is a $1,500 free roll every Monday. Nice move. Newsletter. It's at like, I think it's at 8. I forget. I try to get into it every Monday, but that's at 8 on Mondays. So play that. This is if you don't want to deposit any money into a free poker site. See, I probably was missing these earlier. I don't remember. Yeah, all right. So now we're just all in against everybody. Okay. Oh. Whoa. That's fantastic. Yes. What happened there? Wow. It called super quick and then just bang right in. We are in first place in the Bonanza. That seat, we're in such a prime spot because we have 3 um, dead stacks to our left. Whoever keeps filling this seat is just dumping us money. I mean, I guess that wasn't the worst jam I've ever seen with Ace 10, but that was a lot of bigs. And again, it's 11 cents, so a lot of players just don't care. And then we've got another dead stack over here to like kind of, you know, I don't know. It's just we're pretty fortunate here, and I mean, obviously this isn't. They've only got like one big blind each, so it's not gonna last much longer. But It put us in a really good spot to make a bid for the money here. We would have held that one, but um, it's it would be a nice score. So you can do this out there. If you haven't signed up, if you haven't signed up yet, take a look. Um, I don't think you have to make an initial deposit to get on the site. I think you can just play for like play money. I mean, they do have deals for like your first deposit. You get 20, like I forget what it is, like 20 sweeps coins gets you like 40, or $20 gets you like 40 sweeps coins. Um, they do, and there's codes you can use that get you like depending on the size. Like I don't remember putting in a code, or I might have. Yeah, I don't think I got anything. I think I just tried a couple codes I found online and they weren't working, so I just got impatient, which is stupid, but hey, whatever. I probably would have spewed it off anyway. We keep getting like, oh, hmm, okay. I mean, is Luckbox the first first worthy opponent here? If he pots it on the river, I have to consider folding, but I don't know what he's thinking about. Blah. Am I gonna be right again? Yep. They they have just put themselves into such bad spots with me. It's insane. This is absolutely insane. What a run. Even if we don't do any, even if we miss somehow, let them have it. Oh no. Five deuce, open ended. No. Oh yeah. Just high card one. It's all right. We wouldn't have seen it. Again, this should be my new shtick. I don't know if any of you want watch Poker Shark. I think it's Poker Sharked and like Poker Stacked. Poker Stacked is it's the same guy who does two different pages. They're each slightly different, but one is just strictly like ignition videos and like basically he's promoting the site and he's trying to get people to use his referral code. Cool, whatever. But he's putting games on there. He's showing his like cash ventures. We're good, right? Hello. Yep. Oh boy, just me and Lockbox. I think we call off here. Damn, our luck ran out. But we were right. Is the ICM? I mean, again, do you play like it's an 11 cent? Are we still in 18th? That doesn't make any sense. I don't think we can be. I mean, we could be, I guess. 34 bigs this late. We were right, but is the ICM value worth it there? Because we were like in first place, and there's a lot up top compared to what's 18th. 18th to one is like $80, you know. Um, but we were right. What do? You just kind of keep playing. This would have been a better board for us, but yeah, we can't. Got to win your flips. That is the point. So now we're in a weird spot where we kind of have to excuse me, slow it down. What are we in 21st? So I mean, we still would make a couple bucks, but again, if you haven't deposited yet, you can do this. You can call off half your stack with nines, which was correct. I am doing that most of the time. And Lockbox at this point had proven to be um, not the most trustworthy. So I think that was fine. I mean, I guess we could just fold that. Folding is an option too, and just saving our stack until we hit the money. But I don't know. Nines is tough. Then maybe you do it with jacks or better. But we were winning. We had it. We made it. We made the right call. So I'm not gonna lament it. If it was for all of our money, if we were like in reverse spots, maybe you let one go there. But I feel like that would have been a huge score. We got kings now, so it's gonna be all good. And Luckbox is gonna do something ridiculously dumb, or something. Oh, okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. I really didn't want to play like have Tomas just call like three bigs and have an ace flop and then have to fold. Yeah. Probably overplayed the kings, but we were in kind of a weird spot there. But if either of them had anything that they would, if either of them had anything, they wouldn't have just called. We don't want to see an ace come out at this point. I don't know. I'll have to read up on what to do in those spots. The dead stacks are all pretty much gone, so that lopped off a bunch. So maybe I do some videos, like the poker stacked videos, and just I, I don't know. I don't have an affiliate code to Global Poker, but I could just do them and give them like free publicity, and then like maybe they'll notice me and start like, or at the very least, give me an affiliate code, which I don't see why. I mean, they probably have them. I don't know. I'm getting way too ahead of myself, but maybe I should do some videos. Just be like, hey, listen, here's what you do. You play 25 gold coin hands. You play 50 gold coin flops. See 50 gold coin flops. Log in every morning. Check in. You could do the 50 flops before that. I think it resets at like 9 or 10 p.m. the night before. So you play your 50, see your 50 gold coin flops. You could just do it throughout the day. Keep yourself busy. You check off. You get your 25 cents. And you use that to sign up for the 11.11 sweeps coins. Sign up for the Bonanza. It's 9 p.m. It's 9:48. We're not quite at the money yet, but it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and we're already down to 224 players. They're paying 144, so, and this is from 710, I believe. Yeah, 710. Already down to 224. Not going to go past 11 o'clock, not at all. So, that's your entertainment for the night. You do that for a little while. You cash in a few of them. Maybe now you get 20, 30 bucks. Okay. Now you can start playing those. Now, I mean, you can keep in all the while. You're getting 3 free sweeps coins a week. Again, if the goal is not to deposit ever, you're at least getting that. And you might, at the end of that seventh day, you're probably going to get some kind of ticket to a tourney. Might be $1. Who knows? Whatever. But, one night instead of playing this, playing a $1 or 1.1, playing a PKO. Maybe you knock a couple players out, you turn that ticket into real money. Again, trying to build this stuff long term. Or maybe just play a full, regular standard 1.1 buy-in, but you hit the money and you double that up. That's real money too. You know, could do that. Could do a vlogging series on that. Okay, just withdraw all the money out of my account and just start from zero. Just be like, all right, we're gonna see how long we can do this. Why not? I could do it forever, really. Every day you get at least 11 cents. You get more than double 11 cents given to you. I think you can do that without having any money in there. I mean, it's not like they like shut it off and say you gotta. Uh, horrible. We're making a turn for the worse here. Probably didn't need to call it off, but we are in 74th out of 212. We probably should just try to hang on as long as possible, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to try to go for a little bit here. Maybe a three-way all in, and we can. Okay. No, that's not a good turn card. We'll take that river. We're back in business. I'll say big cards rule, but A7 suited is not really considered big cards. It's more of just a suited ace, and it's not a good one. Who are we up against here? We got some big stacks behind us. We don't need to do. That's like the worst big cards combo. That King 10 off. So yeah, if you do the bonanza, and you do the gold coins as like fun ways to like see cards during the day, and you do the bonanza for a few weeks, you inevitably hit something, and those daily little payouts you get, plus the tickets and stuff, your money will start to add up. Before you know it, you get 50. In a month you get 50 sweeps coins in there or something. Because it would really take a while, in my opinion, if you stuck to that strictly. Because I think the tendency is just to like, okay, you get $2 or $3 in there, and then you want to go like, or you get like a couple bucks in there, and you want to go spend it on something else and buy into like a super micro like cash game and try to run it up quickly. But I think like by the time you can really do anything, you can't, because I guess you could buy into tourneys, but as far as cash, you really need at least 4 sweeps coins. And I feel like if you were just gonna do it to play in the cash games, by the time you get to 4, oh, we got a classic race here. Queens holds. Um, by the time you get to the $4 threshold or 4 sweeps coins threshold, you're kind of in a rhythm, and I feel like you'd be a little bit more disciplined by then because you'd be used to just doing. I don't know, maybe you just maybe once you hit 4, you just blast it all off. But I feel like if you stick to that for a while and then just do all the free stuff until you hit something. Maybe you do that for 2 months, and then at the beginning of the third month, you smash one. You get first place, and you get $80. Okay, now you got a little bit of a bankroll. Now you can start to play. Now you can play like the hourly hypers, like the sit and goes, if you're into that. 3.3 coins. They do plenty of dollar micro stakes. Let's see what they got going on tonight for micro stakes. Well, maybe they don't. Micros, they don't have like tons and tons. If we're just talking straight hold'em, if you mix in satellites, there's a lot. But if you take out satellites, yeah, you got like micro, like 1.1 and 2.2. There's like a dozen or so throughout the day. They're at like 8:45 a.m., 8:10 p.m., 8:35 p.m. Well, that's the one. That's the one. Sorry, 9:35. That's the hundo. Well, there's another one too. Maybe once a week. Maybe on that day. Maybe on the Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, maybe on a Sunday you got the day off. You know you're getting one sweeps coin that morning. Take that one sweeps coins, use that for the daily hundo at 9:35 p.m. You're also getting that free ticket. It's usually a ticket. I mean, I've done 3 times, twice. I've gotten a $1 ticket. You could use that $1 ticket to play the little big one, 500 guaranteed mystery bounty at 8:10 p.m. There's your night right there. But you should have, sorry, from the day before, you should have 11 cents extra in your account because if you're sticking to this, that you had 55.55 the day before, you only spent it on, you only spent it on the bonanza on Saturday, so you have an extra 11.11 at 4 p.m. that day. There's the weekly 5,000 sweeps coin bonanza. That's at 4 p.m. You get that if you have 500 ring coin, 100 ring game hands. 500 ring game hands over the course of the week. That's also for 11 cents and no late reg. You got to play that too. If you smash one of those, now you're on your way. And really, you should try to play that even if you have money in the site. But all right, we're still in this. We're getting to the bubble, so we'll see you after the break. right, so we are down to 167, 144 get some type of payout. We are in 36th. I mean, we have plenty of chips, but we're also in a spot where we really don't want to. We kind of want to freeze in place because we are solidly in the money, and it's an 11. It's a 0.11 coin event, so I feel like players would be a little bit slightly less protective of their chips. I mean, it's not like they're not gonna try to ladder up or slide into the money, but there's still a lot of players, and there's just inevitably going to be a few that just get impatient. It's like, oh, it's after 10 o'clock. I've been doing. I gotta get to bed, so I just want to try to double up here and sign off or whatever. But yeah, let's just we'll be patient here. We'll let some players drop off. We'll make sure we hit the money, and then we'll see what we can maneuver. It would be kind of cool. After bricking the Grizzly on another a similar situation to our departure from the first Grizzly event. So I guess, is that something we have to watch out for in those events? Like if I'm in like an early to mid position and I'm isolating against a jam with a premium, or with a, what did I have in the other one? Jacks, and then this one I had nines. Nines? Was it nines? Eights? Sevens? Well, either way, we had middle pockets. We got it. We isolated against the right opponent who had just overcards, and unfortunately, kings. One of the blinds woke up with kings. The big blind. We were under the gun one, under the gun and jammed. We re-jammed and then got re-jammed with kings. So do I need to watch out for that more? Do I need to watch out for that I'm too early, and if I'm gonna over jam, I gotta have aces, kings, or queens? I don't know. Ace king suited, that kind of breakdown. I'd probably do it with ace king off also. Oh, speak of the devil. Queens holds. Have we hit the money yet? I feel like we usually get some kind of announcement, and this is good that we get to sit out of hand anyway. See if we ladder up a little bit. And this is a turbo, so we just went up in blinds not too long ago. So So 41 out of 152, 144 get money, get coins. It's not much. It's 0.8, and it doesn't reach a whole sweeps coin until we get to 108. But we're in 41st right now, so which wouldn't be much more. It'd be like 1.6, but again, hey, we were in first for a spell there, and had we had our nines held versus ace jack suited, we'd still be up around there, but that's okay. It would be kind of cool after breaking the Grizzly to win that little hyper 6 max sit and go, and then cash in this. I'd say that'd be a solid night. We're gonna be up 11 sweeps overall, but really, like, not real. No, it's really more. Well, I really like that ticket. I was already purchased, so we don't even technically have to count that for today's winnings. So I'm up 22. I'll be up 22 either way, but really I guess 12 because that ticket was probably is worth a little less than 10 sweeps coins. But whatever. We're gonna end the day up. Let's see if we can tack on some more. We won't play. We missed. We also missed the 500, which is fine. We're gonna figure out a way. We're gonna figure out a way to play like do a hundo stream. Just start it because it's a lot. If I log on between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, by the time it gets to 10, for me anyway, after being up so early and having to probably get up early the next day, streaming like events that start at 9:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock, those are tough. This one is fine. You know, we started at 9 and we're about to hit the money and it's just after 10. So this one's not a big deal. We're not going to be here forever. But the hundos, and they're hypers, so it's just a lot. It like gets to start something new at 9:35 and then 10, even though they're hypers. Like you can hang around those for a little bit, or you can hang around for 5 minutes. So, but I'll try to do like a hyper, a daily hundo stream. I'll just have to figure it out. It'll have to be something where I don't have to be up the next day. And maybe I got to sleep in that day. And I'll just start it at like 9:30. Or maybe we could do like a hyper turbo at 9. Or this, I guess, but that would be if like we're doing a multi view stream, which we could do, but maybe do like a hyper at 9, take a break, come back for the hundo, and then maybe do a dual stream. King Queen held that one. We're in the money. The bubble is burst. They don't really do like a bubble burst graphic on this site, I've noticed. Let's just be safe here, but I'm pretty sure the bubble has burst. We're down to 143. So we're guaranteed of 0.8 sweeps, which ain't much. Oh, we would have flopped open-ended. 8 on the river. King. We would have straightened out that. We would have tripled. Maybe not quite, but that's okay. We're just going to make sure that we ladder up a little bit. No reason to just donk off with Queen 10, but it is, it has been it's been a pretty good night with some unfortunate runouts and we safely avoided an all-out disaster in this one. We still hit the money, and we still have chips, so we're in pretty good shape. Not hitting that hand with the 9s there was tough, but we were in a flip situation when we probably didn't have to be. I could look at that too. That's another takeaway. Like, is it in that spot with 9s where you have the chip lead, and it's for 50? It was about half my stack, right? Maybe even more. So, where like even after losing, I still was in like 25th or something. So it wasn't, or 21st. So it wasn't an all-out disaster. It was just a little bit like, oh, that's nines is vulnerable. There's just so many overcard combos. That's really it. That's where the difference, obviously, between 9s and jacks is that the more you go up that pocket pair ladder, the less it just takes away so many more overcard like flip, 2 over combos. Ace jack suited is in there. There's got to be theory about how those two types of holdings like really relate to each other, because like ace jack suited, it's kind of the bottom of that like jamming like premium type range. And the bottom is the bottom of the pocket pair range is like eights. So in between eights and tens, you could be up against either two overs or a pair. Like yeah, or then I guess the number of like overcard combos doesn't really increase that much when you go from like tens down to like eights, because it's kind of ace jack suited and that ace ten suited. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to fill the time here until we have to jam with our 10 bigs. We don't have to jam though. We can just ladder, keep kind of move inching our way up. We're in 61st out of 120. So it's not like we're going to be like we have to get our money in. That's what Daniel Negreanu was talking about, some updated like ICM theories and whatnot. That it used to be you get done 10 big blinds and it's like, oh, I have to go all in now. Like I got to find two cards that are like somewhat related and just get it in. We don't really have to do that because those 10 big blinds are worth, like each individual chip is worth money. And until then they are going to have a monetary value in some way. They're going to be worth something until they're gone, and when they're gone, it's zero and it's not coming back. So yeah, you have to consider, like if you just have ace 10 offsuit with 10 big blinds, it doesn't mean you need to get it in against any two cards. You can wait until you beat most cards and double up and stay in it, because the longer you stay in it, the more other people go out, and people are still dropping at this point. Players are still dropping. So that's something I'm going to be looking at, tweaking, studying, practicing. You really can't replicate. You got to just seize upon the opportunities when you get in the money, when you get down to the final table, when you have big pay jumps. Like what do you do in some spots with certain stack sizes and where blinds just went up. I think at this point it's really kind of just wait for something really good to try to get it in with. But depending on who we're up against and in what position we're in, we don't have to. We could actually play. We could play it like a 2-street hand or whatever. It's kind of ridiculous, and by the time we actually get something, this is probably going to be up, and the blinds are going to go up again. But there's 113 left. We're in 66. 113 is still... No, 113 is kind of getting up. It's not getting up there for a while, but it's moving up the chain here. It's 0.95. We're not quite at a full sweeps coin yet. But hey, we'll take it if it's there. Could have used a player going out there, but there's way more out there than this table. Let's not get discouraged by that. Oh, man. Yeah, I got to do something about that. I am going to try to play Sunday. It should be a quick one, though. It's a deep turbo. Blinds go up every 5 minutes. So if it starts at 7:45, I mean, that could realistically, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, they're deep fields, but I feel like that could realistically be done by 10. No? That should be about 1,000 runners. I think we looked it up earlier, right? Maybe not. Maybe 11. But how deep? If we give you 2 hours of streaming, that's really... That's all that matters. We don't have to... We want to win. So we are down to 108. So we have locked up one sweeps coin. We didn't have a goal for this or anything. Getting more would be great, but we'll see. We're looking for big cards here. Got a player out with a deuce high flush. We're down to 101. We're going to be. We're not going to have very many blinds in a second here. Yeah, we got 5. So now, I mean, this might have to be the rotation. We're still laddering up. I mean, we're still making money. And once we get to 99 players left, we got 1.05. Hey, you know, it adds up. I mean, we are trying to sustain with the cash games, but, you know, we like the tournaments too. I just don't know. I'm kind of, so where I'm at is like somewhere, as far as all those strategies, I'm kind of like a hybrid where I'm obviously going to do more than just like do the daily check in, get your 3 sweeps a week over the course of the week, and then do like, you know, the bonanza after playing like free ring hands, like play money ring hands. I can do more than that. So I'm probably going to just try to play that break even style of. It's really not even break even. It's just you got to stay solvent, I guess. So if you have $100 in there, you might dip to 80, you might go up to 120, you might get down to like 60 on a bad run, but then kind of inch your way back up close to even. But as long as you're doing all that, as long as you're playing and playing pots, then you're contributing to the rake, and then you're just going to get some rake back if you just leave it there. If in a few 2 or 3 months you go broke, you just go on a bad run, you look in your rake back account, boom, you get 200 in there. I don't know, like whatever, depending on what you play. But if you just play micro stakes, boom, you got a couple on. And I don't think you can choose like how much. I think you just, like, when you take it out, you just gotta take it all out. So I guess you could play the game of how long can I go without cashing out my rake back bank. Now, don't take me at my word. I don't know if there is I don't know if there's a strategy or a recommendation as to, you know, should you leave money in that rake back piggy bank, or will it get lost there somehow? I mean, it'll never expire necessarily, but should you should you take it out? And I guess it kind of boils down to whether or not you should take whatever your winnings are out of your account, because it's all in the site. I think we just gotta take a shot there. It's all in the site, so. But I mean, as long as the site stays pretty solid, reputable, this is a site for sore eyes. This is pretty good. As long as the money, whether it's in the rake back portion or your account, like who cares? I guess I say I'm going to try to play the game of, how much rake back can I build up in there without having to make another deposit, or before I make another deposit, or before I run out of funds. So I might like kind of shift my focus to doing that and then just playing the cheap tournaments. Flat Earth, what are you doing? I don't know. Do I want you in my pot? All right. We should be good here. Yep. That's excellent news. Well, we got to see what transpires here. There's only one real short stack. I mean, flat earth poker, kind of, but I don't think this is. Is this a jam? Or do we just see a flop? I mean, I think if we're just kind of going with the ICM idea of just leveling up and try to. I think we just call and see if we can flop big, which we do. Was that a lead? I don't know. Oh boy. Okay. I let the heart come in. That's gross. The ace of hearts was out there, so that was kind of a risky turn play. That's too bad. Well, we're not dead. We have chips. We're fine. But that might have been a flop lead. But I don't know. If BS for sure won. If we'll just say BS. If BS jams in that spot when the heart comes, I mean, certainly not folding a $3 flop bet with, with two hearts on the board, I think. And they're probably pretty good hearts. I did have the jack of hearts. But maybe a hand like ace 10 of hearts, ace 9 of hearts, something like that. It's only two bigs. So, hey, it is what it is. But we can still kind of ladder up here. It's going to be, going to be a little bit slower as far as what is the smallest stack size? These chips, 32, 3,200, and yeah, so that's like one big blind. So we're down to 76. Which is 1.15 sweeps. If we make the final table, I'll try to figure out a way to get the payouts up on screen, but it might be a little tight. And I'm just not there yet. 8.21. We are not the short stack of the table. There are two that are battling right now. Okay. Yeah, we won. We won it. We got a good one with kings, and then kind of Should we have folded pre with ace jack offsuit there? Or I mean, we were last to act. We could have just gotten it all in. We just ripped it. And if BS was kind of like on the fence about even calling or not super strong, could have folded. We could have been up against Mary, Mary there, and taken it down because she didn't have. I would assume neither a jack nor a heart, and if that's the case, or hearts, and if that's the case, I'm in pretty good shape. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh boy, I don't think Queen 10 is quite strong enough. I'd like it to be. Well, between the Grizzly and the Bonanza, we got a decent amount of content tonight. Um, Stream is going on. Well, it's getting toward 3 hours. What are we at? 2:46. That's pretty good. I mean, I guess the more content on there, the more for the algorithm and this and that. Didn't get a ton of viewers tonight, but that's okay. We're thankful and excited for the ones we had. I haven't checked in on what the status of the Grizzly is, but we're going to try to do this again on Sunday. Again, it is a turbo, so I don't expect it to go super long. So, but it could be supposed to. I'm hanging out with Lennon tomorrow morning, and then I'm taking my mom and her friend down to Bally's Twin River. Um, I got free tickets to see Marie Osmond. So my mom is going with a friend. I'm just letting them use the tickets. I don't have any interest in seeing Marie. I heard she's a wonderful performer. I'm sure they'll have a good time. So I'll drive them down. I'll pick them up at her friend's house. She lives only like 20, 25 minutes from there. I'll pick them up there, take them to the show, get them the tickets, take them to the show, we'll play some poker, and then whenever the show gets out, we'll just take off. Be home probably by 11 that night. That's tomorrow night. And then we're going to Chuck E. Cheese on Sunday afternoon or morning, afternoon. A decent amount of the day we're going to Chuck E. Cheese. So it's kind of a lot going on this weekend. No football, but plenty of stuff going on. And oh wow, we do have an L in. It's not a bounty. Okay, 710. Of course. That's annoying. Yeah, just a needle. I mean, it's not much, but it's something, and it's a player out of the game. Yeah. So let's see what kind of mood I'm in on Sunday. I wrote down. I have 5 tickets to use. I wrote down 6 events that will kind of fit into my schedule over the next couple of weeks. So if we have to, I'm gonna try to play it because it is a turbo. Sunday we're talking about. It is a turbo, which means it won't be super late. And if I'm still kind of going, like if my adrenaline's still up from Chuck E. Cheese and dinner and bedtime, maybe I can jump in and see where that goes. But if not, that's fine. We'll get other games in. Maybe we'll slide one of these in on a weeknight. The plan, well, that's not till the 16th. The following weekend, I forget, I might have written down something for Saturday, the 10th. So I might go play live on the 9th. That's a Friday. I want to say Foxwoods is doing. Oh no, I'm thinking of Mohegan. Mohegan's doing like show up anytime in February, swipe your card, and get 10 free momentum dollars. Can't pass that up. They give away they're 3 momentum dollars if you play 2-5, and I think it's 2 momentum dollars per hour. I should say at 1-2, but 1-2's 400 max now, so I'll probably pay 1-2. I don't need to. I don't need to get two. I mean, I could short stack 2-5 and collect the points, but is really getting like an extra 3 or 4 points, 3 or 4 momentum dollars worth risking your stack in a game you're not comfortable playing. And I don't know if I don't play a lot of Mohegan, but it is a much looser game than Foxwoods. So, nope, we missed. Okay, well, 53rd. That is pretty good. 53rd out of 710 for 1.45 sweeps coins. We'll certainly take it. Overall, we won about 25. Tonight, we won about 25 coins, but you got to take like about 10 away because of the ticket, the tournament ticket. So really, it was a 15 sweeps coin profit. I want to thank everybody for watching.